Okay, everyone, today we will okay everyone, today we will do the exercise for midterms for Bio 101, Introduction to Biology. So the midterms will be of for chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Instruction for the best results of this exercise. First, make sure you study chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10 before taking this exercise. Second, prepare some pieces of paper and pens or pencil to write your answer. Third, there will be 2 or 3 seconds after each question to write your answer on paper before the answer key is given and explained. Note, you can always pause the video if you need more time. Fourth, after finish the exercise, check your answer. How many are correct and how many are incorrect. Fifth, repeat the process until you get 100% correct answer. 6. Make sure that the 100% correct answers are based on your knowledge, not from your guess. 7. It is very likely that you will get a good score on your midterm exam if you follow this instruction correctly. Okay, now we start with question number 1. Which of the following is the correct order of biological organization from the simplest to the most complex? A. Atoms, molecules, organs, cell, organisms, tissues, organ system. B. Atoms, molecules, cells, tissue, organs, organ system, organism. C. Molecules, organs, cell, organism, tissues, organ system, atoms. D. Organs, cell, organism, tissues, organ system, atoms, tissues. E. Organism, organ system, organ, tissue, cell, molecules, atoms. So choose your answer. Okay, if your answer is B, atoms, molecules, cell, tissues, organs, organ system, then organisms, then it is correct. So remember, atom is the smallest one, and organism is the most complex system in this sequence. Next, number 2. The heart is considered as an organ because it composed of A. Atoms, B. Molecules, C. Cells, D. Tissues, E. Organ system. Choose your answer. Yes, it consists of tissue. Remember, organ is organizations of tissue. Tissue is organization of cell. Cell is organizations of molecules. Molecules is combination of atoms. Okay, so the answer should be tissue, because tissue combine together, organize together to make an organ. Number 3, the digestive system is considered as an organ system because it consists of A. Atoms, B. Molecules, C. Cells, D. Tissues, E. Organs. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be organs. So organ system consists of several organs that work together to perform similar functions. Okay, number 4. The smallest unit of matter is the A. Atom, B. Molecule, C. Cell, D. Tissue, E. Organs. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be atom. So atom is the smallest unit of matter. Number 5. The smallest unit of life is the A. Atom, B. Molecules, C. Cells, D. Tissue, E. Organs. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be cell. Cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of life. So living organism consists of many cells, or there are also some organisms that only have one cell, like bacteria and protists, some of the protists. 6. Which of the following is a mismatch? A. Skin, organ. B. Neuron, cell. C. Epithelium, tissue. D. Respiratory system, organ system. E. Brain, tissue. So choose your answer. Yeah, the answer should be E. Okay, because brain is not a tissue. Brain is an organ. So brain should be an organ, brain organ. So this is the one that is mismatch, does not match. Number 7. During winter, bears are hibernating. This is an example of which characteristics of life? A. Reproduction. B. Respond to the environment or adaptation. C. Metabolism. E. Organizations. E. Energy transformation. Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer should be the response or adaptation to the environment. This is not reproduction, okay? And this is not metabolism or organization or energy transportation. Number 8. During exercise, our body is starting to produce sweat. This is an example of which characteristics of life? A. Reproduction. B. Respond to the environment or adaptation. C. Maintaining homeostasis. D. Organization. E. Energy transformation. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be process to maintain homeostasis. So maintaining homeostasis. E. Number 9. The correct steps of scientific methods. A. Prediction, conclusion, hypothesis, experiments, observation. B. Prediction of observation, conclusion, hypothesis, experiment. C. Observation, prediction, conclusion, hypothesis, experiment. D. Observation, hypothesis, prediction, conclusion, experiment. E. Observation, hypothesis, prediction, experiment, conclusion. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be E. Start with observation, and then after that, formulating an hypothesis, and then do prediction, and then after that, perform experiment to test the hypothesis, and then after the experiment, you will get the data and make conclusion. Number 10. A scientist is studying the effects of temperature on pregnant rabbits. What would be the test group in his experiment? A. All female rabbits. B. All male rabbits. C. Pregnant female rabbits. D. Non-pregnant female rabbits. E. All rabbits, male and female. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be the pregnant female rabbits, because the test is for testing the effect of temperatures on pregnant rabbit. So the test organism will be pregnant rabbit. Number 11. A scientist is studying the effects of temperature on pregnant rabbits. What would be the control group in this experiment? A. All female rabbits. B. All male rabbits. C. Pregnant female rabbits. D. Non-pregnant female rabbits. E. All rabbits, male and female. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be D. So the control organism for this test should be non-pregnant female rabbits, because we will compare between the non-pregnant as a control and pregnant rabbit as the test groups. Number 12. A scientist is studying predator-prey interaction. He observed a rabbit was eaten by a snake. The snake was eaten by an eagle. How many consumers he observed in his study? A. 0. B. 1. C. 2. D. 3. E. 4. Choose your answer. Yes, there should be 3 consumers in this study, which is rabbit. So rabbit is consumer, snake, and then eagle. Next question, number 13. A scientist is studying predator-prey interaction. He observed a rabbit was eaten by a snake. The snake was eaten by an eagle. How many producers he observed in his study? A. 0. B. 1. C. 2. D. 3. E. 4. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be 0, because in his study there was no producer mentioned. So producers are plants or trees or grasses or the carrots, for example. Okay, so it was not mentioned about producers, so it should be 0 producers in his study. Number 14. A scientist is studying predator-prey interaction. He observed a rabbit was eaten by a snake. The snake was eaten by an eagle. What level of organization that he studied? A. Species level. B. Population level. C. Community level. D. Ecosystem level. E. Biosphere level. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be C. So this is a level of community. Remember, community consists of all living organism only. So living organism only. So different species. Okay, it is not population, because population is a study for one species only. Like for example, if the study is only rabbits, about rabbits, then it's gonna be population. So this one consists of rabbit, snake, eagle. This is community level. Number 15. The main decomposers in an environment are A. Bacteria, B. Algae, C. Protozoa, D. Plants, E. Animals. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be bacteria. So bacteria and some fungi, they are the decomposer in our environment. They decompose dead living materials into nutrients for plants. Number 16, the process of blank leads to organisms that are adapted to that environment. Choose your answer. Adaptation, B. Homeostasis, C. Natural selection, D. Reproduction, E. Competition. Choose your answer. Yes, this is natural selection. So the process of natural selection leads to organisms that are adapted to that environment. Number 17. Which of the following is the most inclusive level of organization? A. Atoms, B. Cell, C. Organism, D. Ecosystem, E. Biosphere. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be biosphere, because biospheres include all the other level over there. Okay, so biosphere consists of several organisms, ecosystem. Ecosystem consists of community, and community consists of population. Population consists of species, organism. An organism consists of organ system, tissue, organs, and etc. Okay, so biospheres will be the most inclusive level. If you see this picture, so biosphere consists all the below level. So this is the most inclusive level. Okay. Number 18. Which of the following is the most inclusive taxon? A. Domain, B. Phylum, C. Class, D. Family, E. Species. Choose your answer. Yes, the most inclusive taxon will be domain. And then after domain, there is kingdom. After kingdom, there is phylum, class, family, genera, and species. So domain is the most inclusive one, right? Because it consists all the other level below it. Which of the following is the most exclusive level? A. Domain, B. Phylum, C. Class, D. Family, E. Species. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be species, because species only consists of one type of organisms. Okay, so it's the most exclusive one. The bottom one over here consists only the same group of organisms. Okay, so the most inclusive one is domain, after that kingdom, after that phylum, etc. And the most exclusive one will be species. Number 20. Which of the following process transforms light energy into chemical energy? A. Cellular respiration, B. Fermentation, C. Photosynthesis, D. Dehydration synthesis, E. Hydrolysis. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is photosynthesis. Okay, the name is telling you photo mean light, synthesis mean formations of chemicals or product. So this is the process that transforms the light energy into chemical energy. the food. Number 21. Which of the following organelle responsible for photosynthesis? A. Ribosome, B. Mitochondria, C. Chloroplast, D. Lysosome, E. Golgi apparatus. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is chloroplast. Yeah, only organism that have chloroplast will be able to perform photosynthesis, which are plants and algae. 22. Which of the following process transforms chemical energy into ATP? A. Cellular respiration, B. Phagocytosis, C. Photosynthesis, D. Dehydration synthesis, E. Hydrolysis. Choose your answer. Yes, the process will be cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process that transforms the chemical energy into ATP. 23. Which of the following organelle responsible for cellular respiration? A. Ribosome, B. Mitochondria, C. Chloroplast, D. Lysosomes, E. Golgi apparatus. Choose your answer. Yes, for the cellular respirations, the organelle is called mitochondria. So the answer is B, mitochondria. Number 24. Which of the following process is the opposite of cellular respiration? A. Cellular respiration, B. Fermentation, C. Photosynthesis, D. Dehydration synthesis, E. Hydrolysis. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be photosynthesis. So this is two opposite reaction. Photosynthesis transform light energy into the chemical energy. Then fermentation will use that chemical energy, transform it into ATP. And the byproducts will be water and carbon dioxide. And this water and carbon dioxide will be used for photosynthesis. And the byproduct of photosynthesis will be oxygen. Okay. 25. Which of the following is considered as community level? A. All humans in a specific place. B. All living organisms in a specific place. C. All living organisms and their non-living condition in a specific place. D. All the 11 organ system. E. Group of organs that perform specific functions in the body. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be B. All living organisms in specific area. So community level means all living organisms that live in certain area. If it is just human, it is called the population level. So A is population level. C, all living organism and their non-living condition, it is ecosystem level. Okay? D, all the 11 organism gonna be organism level. Group of organs will be organ system level. Okay, number 26. Which of the following is considered as ecosystem level? A, all human in specific place. B, all living organism in specific place. C, all living organism and their non-living condition in a specific place. D, all the 11 organ system. E, group of organs that perform specific function in the body. Choose your answer. Yes, we already talked about this one, so the answer will be C, all living organism and their non-living condition. the soil, the water, the weather, the wind, and all organisms that live on that area is studied in ecosystem level. 27. Which of the following is one of the 6 major elements of living things? A. Zinc, B. Calcium, C. Carbon, E. Iron, D. Iron, E. Silver. Choose your answer. Yes, carbon is one of 6 major elements in living body, in living cell. So like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur are the 6 main components of living. Number 28. Which of the following is a trace element of living things? A. Zinc, B. Oxygen, C. Carbon, D. Hydrogen, E. Nitrogen. Choose your answer. Okay, the answer should be A, or zinc, because the other are major components. Zinc, magnesium, irons, they are the trace element, which is only need or present in a very minute concentrations. Number 29. Which of the following subatomic particle is located on the shells? A. Proton, B. Neutron, C. Electron. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be electron. So only electron that located on the shells. And the cells of an atom is sometimes also called as electron shell. Number 30. Which of the following subatomic particles carries negative charge? A. Proton, B. Neutron, C. Electron. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is electron. So electron has negative charge. Number 31. Which of the following subatomic particle carries positive charge? A. Proton, B. Neutron, C. Electron. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is proton. So proton carries positive charge, electron carries negative charge, neutron is neutral, no charge. Okay, number 32. Atomic number is based on the number of A. Proton, B. Neutron, C. Electron, D. Ion. Choose your answer. Yes, so it is based on the number of proton. And also, make sure you do understand that the number of protons in an atom will be the same as the number of electrons. So protons and electrons will be the same numbers in an atom. But protons will be the one that used for giving the atomic number. Number 33. Isotopes of an element differ in their number of A. Proton, B. Neutron, C. Electrons, D. Ions. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be neutron. So sometime in one element, the number of neutrons are not the same. So this one that make that elements to have several atoms, and they are called as isotopes. Number 34. An atom that loses or gains electron is called as A or N, B, A proton, B neutron, C electrons, D ions. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be ion. So ion is actually atom that lose or gains electron. Okay, if it is losing electron, then it's become positive ion. If it is gaining electron, then it's become negative ion because electrons carries negative charge. The atom that carries charge is also known as an or a proton, neutron, electron, or ion. Choose your answer. Yes, it is become ion. Okay, so like sodium and A, if it is neutral, then it is an atom. But sodium, sodium is will lose. Okay, sodium is actually lose one electron and become sodium ion, which is positive, right? Positive charge. Number 36. Two or more atoms are binding together to form A or N. A. Ions. B. Molecule or compound. C. Cell. D. Tissue. E. Organs. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is molecules or compound. So atoms, 2, 3, or more atoms, they combine together to make molecules or compound. Number 37. Which of the following types of chemical bond shares electrons? A. Covalent bonds. B. Ionic bonds. C. Hydrogen bond. Choose your answer. Yes, the one that share electron is called covalent bond, and this is a very strong chemical bond. 38. Which of the following types of chemical bond is the strongest? A. Covalent bond. B. Ionic bonds. C. Hydrogen bond. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be covalent bond, which is the strongest type of chemical bond. Number 39. The weak attraction between water molecules is known as A. Covalent bonds, B. Ionic bonds, C. Hydrogen bond. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is hydrogen bonds. So just remember, water is actually polar molecules. The hydrogen side will have slightly positive charge, and these hydrogens will be able to bind to other molecules or other atoms that carry slightly negative charge. So this type of bond is called the hydrogen bond because it is made by hydrogen that is slightly positive to or with other molecules or atom that is slightly negative. So hydrogen bond. Number 40. Due to unequal sharing of electrons, water molecule is A. Polar, B. Non-polar, C. Hydrophobic, D. Neutral. Choose your answer. Okay, this is polar or charged molecule. So molecules of water, it has positive charge on the hydrogen side and negative charge on the oxygen side. 41. Which of the following is not property of water? A. A good solvent. B. Cohesiveness. C. High heat capacity. D. Solid, gas, or liquid. E. Non-polar. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be non-polar. So water molecule is a polar molecule. Okay, so non-polar is not correct. Number 42. pH meter measures the concentration of blank in a solution. A. Calcium ions. B. Sodium ions. C. Hydrogen ions. D. Hydroxide ions. E. Chloride ions. Choose your answer. Yes, pH meter measure the concentration of hydrogen ions in the or in a solution. Number 43. A solution that has pH smaller than 7 is known as A. Basic or alkaline, B. Acidic, C. Neutral, D. Salt. Choose your answer. Yes, if it is lower than 7, then that solution is called the acidic solution. A solution that has pH higher than 7 is known as basic or alkaline, B. Acidic, C. Neutral, D. Salt. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is basic or alkaline. So if a solution has pH more than 7, that solution is known as a basic solution. Number 45. Which of the following solution is an acid? A. NaOH, B. NaCl, C. HCl, D. KOH. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be HCl. HCl is actually hydrochloric acid. So I didn't read this compound or solution with the real name. Okay, I just said HCl because if I said hydrochloric acid, then it will give you the key for the answer. Number 46. Which of the following solution is an alkaline or basic? A. NaOH, B. NaCl, C. HCl, D. H2SO4. Choose your answer. Yes, okay. The answer should be sodium hydroxide. So hydroxide means alkaline or basic. Okay. The other one, NaCl, yeah, it is salt, sodium chloride. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, both of them are acidic solution or acid. So which of the following solution is a salt? A. NaOH, B. NaCl, C. HCl, D. H2SO4. Choose your answer. Yes, I already mentioned this. So the salt is sodium chloride and ACl because you don't see H and OH in these molecules. So it makes this molecule become salt, not acid or basic. Which of the following solution is the most acidic? A solution with pH 2, a solution with pH 5, a solution with pH 7, a solution with pH 10, or a solution with pH 14. Choose your answer. Okay, of course the answer will be A. So the smallest the number, the more acidic the solution is going to be. So pH 2 is the lowest pH, so this is the most acidic solution. 49. Which of the following solution is neutral? A solution with pH 2, solution with pH 5, solution with pH 7, solution with pH 10, or solution with pH 14. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be solution with pH 7 will be neutral, just like the distilled water. Distilled water is neutral solution because it has the same number or the same concentration of H plus, okay, hydrogen ion, and the same number of concentration of hydroxide ion or OH negative. Number 50, a blank solution can take excess of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion to control pH in a neutral condition, into a neutral condition. A, acidic, B, alkaline, C, basic, D, neutral, E, buffer. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is buffer. So buffer is solution that able to take whether excess hydrogen ions or excess hydroxide ion to control the pH within normal condition or neutral condition. Number 51. The outermost electron shell is known as A, valence shell, B, equivalent shell, C, ionic shell, D, atomic shell, E, inner shell. Choose your answer. A, yes, it is called the valence shell or the valence. So this is the most outer shells of an atom. 52. Oxygen atom has atomic number of 8. How many electrons will be on its valence shells? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6, D, 8, E, none. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer should be 6. Remember, when it has 8 number of electrons, then the first shell, okay, will only take 2, okay, maximum of 2 electrons, and the rest will be on the second shell, which is consists of 6. So this is the outermost or the valence shell, will have 6 chromosomes. I mean 6 electrons for oxygen. If you see this picture, so oxygen has 8 electrons. The first shell only take 2, and the rest will be on the valence shell. So it has 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 electrons. Number 53. What is the maximum number of electrons can be taken on the first shell? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6, D, 8, E, none. Just your answer. Yes, I just mentioned to you that the first shell only take maximum of 2. Sometimes it is also known as a duplet rule. 54. What is the maximum number of electrons can be taken on the second, third, or the next shells? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6, D, 8, E, none. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be D or 8. Okay, so the second shell or third shell will only take maximum of 8 electrons, and it is known as octet rule. 55. Which of the following molecule is an organic molecule? A, H2O, B, C6, H12, O6, C, CO2, D, O2, E, and ACl. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be C6H12O6. This is actually glucose. So molecule organic molecules, they are complex molecule that has usually more than 5 atoms, combination of more than 5 atoms, and the organic molecules usually has carbon as a backbone for that organic molecules. 56. Protein is a polymer that consists of many monomers or subunits. What is the monomer of a protein? A. Monosaccharide, B. Amino acids, C. Fatty acids, D. Nucleotides, E. Water. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is amino acid. So amino acids will combine to make protein. 57. Starch is a polymer that consists of many monomers or subunits. What is the monomers of starch? A. Monosaccharide, B. Amino acid, C. Fatty acid, D. Nucleotides, E. Water. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is monosaccharide. So starch is actually polysaccharide, consists of many monosaccharides. Saccharides mean sugar. So polysaccharides, many sugars. Monosaccharides, only one sugar. Okay, so one sugar plus another one sugar, another one sugar, another monosaccharide, they all will make polysaccharide like starch. 58. Lipid, such as oil, is a polymer that consists of many monomers or subunits. What is the monomer of oil? A. Monosaccharides, B. Amino acids, C. Fatty acids, D. Nucleotides, E. Water. Choose your answer. Yes, the monomer for lipids is called fatty acids. Okay, so fatty acids will combine together to make lipids. 59. Nucleic acid like DNA or RNA is a polymer that consists of many monomers. What is the monomers of DNA or RNA? A. Monosaccharides, B. Amino acid, C. Fatty acid, D. Nucleotides, E. Water. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be nucleotides. Okay, so nucleotides will combine together to make nucleic acid like DNA or RNA. 60. Which of the following molecule is a monosaccharide? A. Lactose, B. Maltose, C. Glucose, D. Cellulose, E. Sucrose. Choose your answer. Yes, glucose is an example of monosaccharide. Other examples are fructose and galactose. Okay, lactose disaccharide, it has 2 sugar. Maltose, it has 2 sugar. Glucose only have 1 sugar, so this is monosaccharide. Cellulose is polysaccharide. Okay, many sugars. Sucrose, it has 2 sugars. Okay, 61. Which of the following pair is a mismatch? A. Starch, polysaccharide, glycogen, polysaccharide, glucose, polysaccharide, cellulose, polysaccharide, proteins, polypeptide. Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer is glucose, polysaccharide. So glucose is not polysaccharide. Glucose is monosaccharide. So this is a mismatch. 62. Which of the following organic molecules is an energy storage in plant? A. Starch, B. Glycogen, C. Glucose, D. Cellulose, B. Protein. Choose your answer. Yes. So the storage for carbohydrate in plant is called starch. Okay, potato It's actually starch. 62. Which of the following organic molecule is an energy storage in animal? A starch, B glycogen, C glucose, D cellulose, E proteins. Choose your answer. Yes, it's called the glycogen. So glycogen is energy storage in animal cell. So the glycogen usually located in liver. So liver has many glycogen. Another organ that has a lot of glycogen is muscle. 64. Which of the following fats is a saturated fat? A fatty acid with a double bond. B, a fatty acid with one double bond. C, a fatty acid with two double bonds. D, a fatty acid with three double bonds. And E, a fatty acid with many double bonds. Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer will be A. So saturated fat is the fat or fatty acid that do not have double bonds. So all bonds will be single bonds. 65. Which of the following fat is non-saturated fat? Cooking oil, margarine, butter, animal fat, lard. Choose your answer. Okay, the answer is A, cooking oil. So non-saturated fat can be identified with the liquid condition in room temperature. So if it is in room temperature in a solid form, okay, like margarine, butter, they usually contain saturated fat. All lipids are A, hydrophilic, B, hydrophobic, C, polar, D, dissolve in water, E, mix with water very well. Choose your answer. Yeah, all lipids are hydrophobic, fear water, so they do not dissolve in water, so they are non-polar. 67. Steroids are hydrophilic, hydrophobic, polar, dissolve in water, mix with water very well. Choose your answer. Yes, steroid is lipids, so it is hydrophobic. Number 68. If molecule mix readily with water, it is called as A, hydrophilic, B, hydrophobic, C, polar, D, dissolve in water, E, mix with water very well. Okay, let's see. I think it's a confusing question over here. So the answer will be hydrophilic, but C is also correct because this is polar molecule, and D is also correct, and E is also correct. So this is kind of incorrect question. Okay, so for the molecule that mix with water, it is called as hydrophilic polar molecules. 69. What type of reaction is used to form a polymer? A, hydrolysis, B, dehydration synthesis, C, cellular respiration, D, fermentation, E, catabolism. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be dehydration synthesis. Remember, polymer is big molecule, so to make a big molecules, the process is called synthesis or anabolism. So just look for the process that is actually synthesis process, which is B, okay, dehydration synthesis. A process that remove water to form a bigger molecule or polymer. 70. What type of reaction is used to break a polymer into monomers? A. Hydrolysis, B. Dehydration synthesis, C. Photosynthesis, D. Fermentations, E. Anabolism. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be hydrolysis. Okay, split bigger molecules into smaller molecule by adding hydro or water. Okay, so adding water will split bigger molecule into smaller molecule. 71. Which of the following reaction is an example of catabolism? A. Cellular respiration, B. Dehydration synthesis, C. Photosynthesis, D. Polymerization, E. Anabolism. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be cellular respiration. Cellular respiration actually break bigger molecules, which is glucose, into smaller molecules like ATP, water, and carbon dioxide. So the only example of catabolism over here is the cellular respiration. The other, like dehydration, synthesis, photosynthesis, polymerization, anabolism, they're all synthesis or anabolism process. 72. Which of the following reaction is an example of anabolism? A. Cellular respiration, B. Hydrolysis, C. Photosynthesis, D. Fermentation, E. Catabolism. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be photosynthesis. Remember, anabolism means synthesis reaction, and the only synthesis reaction is the photosynthesis here. Okay, 73. Which of the following reaction is an endergonic reaction? A. Cellular respiration, B. Hydrolysis, C. Photosynthesis, D. Fermentations, and E. Catabolism. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be photosynthesis. Remember, endergonic reaction is a reaction that require energy. Okay, so synthesis, anabolism, is usually reaction that require energy. So from these choices, then choose the one that is anabolism or synthesis process, which is photosynthesis. So the energy will enter into reaction, which is the energy coming from light or photosynthesis. Number 74. Which of the following organisms do not have nucleus? A. Bacteria, B. Protista, C. Fungi, D. Plants, E. Animals. Choose your answer. Yes, bacteria. Bacteria are prokaryotes. So prokaryotes are a group of organisms that do not have nucleus. Okay, number 75. Which of the following organisms are prokaryotes? Bacteria, protista, fungi, plants, or animals? Is your answer? Yes, I just explained on the previous question that bacteria are prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are a group of organisms that do not have nucleus. 76. The following structures are found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells except A. Cell membrane, B. Nucleus, C. Cytoplasm, D. Chromosome, E. Ribosome. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be nucleus. So nucleus only present in eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell do not have nucleus. Number 77. The main frame of cell membrane is the A. Lipid bilayers, B. Phospholipids bilayer, C. Proteins bilayers, C. Carbohydrate bilayers, E. DNA bilayer. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be B. Phospholipids bilayer. Answer A is kind of correct too, because it's lipid, but usually to be precise, then the answer should be phospholipids bilayer. 78. A phospholipid molecule has a polar head that will face to the ICF and ECF, polar head that stay away from ICF and ECF, non-polar head that stay away from ICF and ECF, non-polar head that will face the ICF and ECF, non-polar tails that will face the ICF and ECF. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be A, polar head that will face the ICF and ECF. Remember, phospholipid has two sides. The head, which is phosphorus, its carry charge is going to be polar, and the two tails, which is the fatty acid, which is non-polar. So polar molecules will face the water, and remember there is water inside the cell is called the ICF, and water outside the cell is called the ECF. So therefore the head of phospholipid will face to the ICF and the ECF. This is the reason why the cell membrane will have two layers of phospholipid molecule. Okay, so look at this picture. So the head will facing inside, and also the head will facing outside. Where the tails, which is non-polar or lipids, they facing one another. So two layers of phospholipid molecules will make the cell membrane. 79. Which of the following type of transport does not require energy? A, passive transport, B, active transport, C, bulk transport. Choose your answer. It's going to be passive. Passive is the transport that do not require energy. Number 80. Which of the following is a passive transport? A, osmosis, B, sodium potassium ATP pump, C, endocytosis, D, exocytosis. Choose your answer. Yes, it's going to be osmosis. Okay, there are three types of passive transport. One of them is osmosis. The other two is simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. 81. Which process transport oxygen into the cell? Osmosis, simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, active transport, or an endocytosis. The answer will be simple diffusion. So oxygen is small lipids molecule that will cross the cell membrane easily. So it will cross from higher concentration outside to the smaller concentration inside, and the process will be called as a simple diffusion because it does not require energy. 82. Which of the following membrane proteins serve in facilitated diffusion of bigger molecules such as amino acid and glucoses? Enzyme, marker, channel, transporters or carrier, or receptor? Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer is called the transporter or carrier. So the protein that help bigger molecule to move across the membrane is called the transporter or carrier. Okay, like over here, this is the carrier proteins, usually for bigger molecules. The channel usually for ions. Which process is used by water to enter or exit the cell? A, osmosis, B, simple diffusion, C, facilitated diffusion, D, active transport, E, endocytosis. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is osmosis. So osmosis is the transport of water in or out from the cell. So water movement has special name, which is called the osmosis. And osmosis is a type of passive transport. 84. A neuron releases neurotransmitter and transported out by vesicle that fuses with the cell membrane. What type of transport is this? Osmosis, simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, exocytosis, or endocytosis? Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer is exocytosis, because this is transport of molecules from inside to outside by using the vesicle transport that will be fused with the cell membrane. So because this is going out or exit, the name will be exocytosis. 85. When a white blood cell engulfs a bacteria, the process is called osmosis, simple diffusion, pinocytosis, exocytosis, or phagocytosis. Choose your answer. Okay, the answer will be phagocytosis. Phago means eat. So in the example over there, white blood cell eat bacteria with the process called phagocytosis. 86. If the concentration of solutes in the cell is the same as the solute concentration in the surrounding solution, the cell is in a blank environment. A hypotonic, B isotonic, C hypertonic. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be isotonics, okay, because the solute concentrations are the same inside and outside. Then it's called iso. Iso means the same or similar. So similar concentrations of solutes. 87. If a cell put in a hypotonic solution, the cell will undergo blank, stay the same, hemolysis, or crenation. Choose your answer. Okay, if the cell put in the hypotonic solutions, then the water will enter into the cell and the cell become bigger, and finally it will bursting out. And this process is called the hemolysis. So if you put cell in water, then the cell will undergoes hemolysis. 88. If a cell put in an isotonic solution, the cell will undergo blank, stay the same, hemolysis, or crenation. Choose your answer. It will stay the same. And usually the isotonic solution, also known as a buffer solution, the solution that will not change the cell that put in it. 89. Which of the following structure function as the control center of the cell? Nucleus, ribosome, chloroplast, lysosome, mitochondria. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is nucleus. Nucleus is the control center of the cell. 90. Which of the following organelle synthesize proteins? Nucleus, ribosome, chloroplast, lysosome, mitochondria. Choose your answer. Yes, ribosome has a function to synthesis protein. So ribosome. Now in 91. Which of the following organelles synthesize ATP? Nucleus, ribosome, chloroplast, lysosome, or mitochondria? Choose your answer. Yes, mitochondria is the organelle that produce ATP. 92. Which of the following organelle produce ATP? It's the same question, so it's gonna be mitochondria. Number 93. Which of the following organelle modifies proteins and lipids and package them to be exported? Nucleus, ribosome, RER, SER, or Golgi apparatus? Yes, the answer will be Golgi apparatus. Modify proteins, lipids into final products, and some of the final product will be exported out. Which of the following nucleic acid has double strands, DNA or RNA? Double strand is DNA, so DNA has double strand. Which of the following nitrogenous base is found in the DNA but not in RNA? Guanine, thymine, cytosine, adenine, or uracil? Yep, the one that found in DNA only, not in RNA, is the thymine. 96. Which of the following nitrogenous base is found in the RNA but not in DNA? Guanine, thymine, cytosine, adenine, uracil. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is uracil. Uracil only present in RNA. Number 97. The first law of thermodynamics. Energy is destroyed, energy is conserved, energy can be changed from one form to another. Energy is used up in reaction, energy comes from the sun. Choose your answer. Yes, so the answer is energy can be changed from one form to another form. From light energy into chemical energy, from chemical energy into ATP, and also heat. Second law of thermodynamics. Energy is destroyed, energy is conserved, energy can be changed from one form to another without loss of usable energy. Energy is used up in reaction, energy comes from the sun. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be C. Remember, energy can be changed from one form to another form, but there is always loss of usable energy. So the conversion of energy from one form to another form will not be 100% efficient. There is always loss. 99. Aerobic cellular respiration produce how many ATPs? 2, 4, 10, 34, 38. Okay, total is 38. 100. Anaerobic cellular respiration or fermentation produce how many ATPs? 2, 4, 10, 34, or 38? The answer is only 2. The fermentation only produces 2 ATP. 101. Which of the following is the correct sequence of cellular respiration? Prep reaction, glycolysis, citric acid cycle, electron transport chain. B. Prep reaction, electron transport chain, glycolysis, citric acid cycle. C. Glycolysis, prep reaction, citric acid cycle, electron transport chain. Glycolysis, citric acid cycle, electron transport chain, prep reaction. E. Electron transport chain, glycolysis, citric acid cycle, prep reaction. Choose your answer. Yes, it starts with glycolysis and then prep reaction. And then after prep reaction, there will be citric acid cycle. And the last process is called the electron transport chain. 102. Glycolysis occurs in nucleus, cytoplasm, lumen of mitochondria, inner layer of mitochondria, outer layer of mitochondria. Your answer is in cytoplasm. Okay. So glycolysis happening in cytoplasm. Glycolysis produce net of number ATPs, 2, 4, 10, 34, or 38. Answer is 2. So only 2, okay, total 4, but 2 will be used. So the net will be 2 ATPs. 1 of 4. From 10 NADH that enter the electron transport chain, there will be blank ATPs produced. 2, 4, 10, 30, or 38. The answer will be 30 because each NADH will produce 3 ATPs. So 10 times 3 is 30. 1 of 5. Which molecule is produced in the preparatory reaction that enters the citric acid cycle? A. Oxygen, B. Water, C. Pyruvate, D. Acetyl coenzyme A, E. ATP. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is acetyl coenzyme A, acetyl co A. This is the one that entered into the citric acid cycle. 106. Which molecule entered the final stage of cellular respiration that function as electron acceptor? Oxygen, water, pyruvate, acetyl CoA, or ATP? Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is oxygen. So oxygen enter into the last reaction, which is electron transport chain. 107. What are the byproducts of cellular respiration? Oxygen and sugar, water and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and carbon dioxide, alcohol and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and alcohol. Choose your answer. Yeah, the byproduct of cellular respiration will be water and carbon dioxide. 108. What are the byproduct of fermentation in muscle cell? Oxygen and sugar, water and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and carbon dioxide, alcohol and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and alcohol. Choose your answer. Okay, so the answer will be lactic acid and carbon dioxide. So if this, the fermentation in animal cell, in muscle cell. Now how about 109? What are the byproduct of fermentation by yeast? Oxygen and sugar, water and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and carbon dioxide, alcohol and carbon dioxide, lactic acid and alcohol. Yes, the answer will be alcohol and carbon dioxide. So yeast produce the byproducts different than animal cell when they perform fermentation. 110. Energy is released from ATP when A phosphate group is added to the ATP, yielding ATP plus energy. A phosphate group is removed from ATP, yielding AMP plus energy. A phosphate group is removed from the ATP, yielding ATP plus energy. D, a phosphate group is added to the ATP, yielding ADP and plus energy. Glucose is produced from carbon dioxide plus water. Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer will be when a phosphate group is removed, removed from ATP. Therefore, the product will be ADP. So ADP means 3 phosphate. So adenosine 3 phosphate carry 3 phosphate. When 1 phosphate remove, then become ADP, adenosine diphosphate, and energy will be released. 111. The G1, S, and G2 of the cell cycle are collectively known as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, or interphase. Yes, the answer is called interphase. This is the longest stage of cell cycle. Nuclear division occurs during G1, S phase, G2, mitosis, or cytokinesis. Choose your answer. The answer is mitosis. So mitosis is actually nuclear cell division. Okay, so nuclear division. 113. The correct sequence of mitosis. Prophase, anaphase, metaphase, telophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, prophase, anaphase, prophase, telophase, metaphase, telophase, anaphase, metaphase, prophase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Choose your answer. Yes, prophase should be number 1, telophase should be the last one. So prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. 114. During which mitotic stage the chromosome separated into daughter's chromosome? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, or interphase? Choose your answer. Yes, should be anaphase. So this is the time when the chromosome separated and moved to the opposite side. 115. The parent cell has 46 chromosomes, during which mitotic stage the number of chromosomes becoming 92. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, or C and D are correct. Choose your answer. Yes, this is during anaphase and telophase. So the answer should be E. C and D are correct. So if you see this picture, prophase, number of chromosome is 4, anaphase, number of chromosome is 4, metaphase, chromosome number 4, anaphase and telophase, the chromosome numbers are double, right? From 4 into 8. Right? So if start with 96, then anaphase, 46, the anaphase will have 92, telophase will also have 92 chromosomes. 116. During which mitotic stage the chromosome align in the middle of the cell? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and interphase. Choose your answer. Yes, it's gonna be metaphase. Okay, if you see this one, at metaphase, the chromosome are nicely aligning in the middle of the cell. 117. The final products of mitosis are 2 daughter cells which are identical, 2 daughter cells which are not identical, 4 daughter cells which are identical, 4 daughter cells which are not identical, 1 bigger cell which has double the chromosome. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be 2 daughter cells with identical chromosome, okay, which are identical. So A is the answer. Okay, if you see this, from parent cell or mother cell, it has 2 chromosomes. When it is divided, at the end, the final product will be 2 daughter cells that carry the same number of chromosomes like the mother cell. So this is identical. 2 daughter cells which are identical. 118. Cancer is a disorder in which cells have lost the ability to control their size, shape, apoptosis, location, rate of cell division. Choose your answer. So the answer will be E. So cancer cell is actually the cell that lost the ability to control the rate of their cell division. 119. Which lifestyle choice responsible for 90% of lung cancer risk among men? Alcohol abuse, smoking, tanning bed, drug abuse, needle sharing. Choose your answer. Yes, because this is lungs, okay, correlated with the air, and the smoker is actually take a lot of bad air from the cigarette. There are many poisonous chemicals that can cause lung cancer. 120. Which cancer therapy produce side effects like hair loss and nausea? Surgery, hormonal therapy, chemotherapy, drug therapy, or physical therapy? Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be chemotherapy. So chemotherapy is actually therapy with chemical that destroy the cell that divide, very fast. So tumor or cancer cell are cell that divide very fast. It will be controlled by this chemotherapy. Because chemotherapy are not really able to distinguish between normal cell and abnormal cell. So this chemotherapy will also kill the normal cell that divide very fast, like the hair follicles. So hair follicle is the cell that divide very fast. It will be also killed by the chemotherapy. So therefore, causing the baldness. 121. Unicellular cell like bacteria and some protists use cell division for growth, repair, replacement, movement, or reproduction. The answer is reproduction. So unicellular cell will use cell division for production, reproduction. But for multicellular cell, the cellular cell division usually used for growing, repair, and replacement. Okay, this is bacteria is divided into 2, and 2 into 4, 4 into 8, and etc. Okay, so this is reproduction. A homologous pair consists of 2 chromosomes with 2 sister chromatids, 2 chromosomes with 2 non-sister chromatids, 4 chromosomes with 4 sister chromatids, 4 chromosomes with 4 non-sister chromatids, 46 chromosomes. The answer is 2 chromosomes with 2 sister chromatids. So this is what we call the homologous pair of chromosomes. Okay, if you see this one, the longest one on the left, it is the pair, homologous pair that has 2 sister chromatids. The other one, the shorter pair over here, they also carry 2 chromosomes with 2 sister chromatids. 123. Which structure holds sister chromatids together? Spindle fiber, centriole, centromere, centrosome, or chromatid? The answer is centromere. So the middle part over here that holds the sister chromatid together before it's divided is called the centromere. 124. Reproductive cell division is also known as mitosis, meiosis, biogenesis, hematopoiesis, or abiogenesis. Choose your answer. Okay, remember reproductive cell division is called meiosis, and it will produce gametes, whether sperm or eggs. 125. Which of the following process occurs during prophase 1 of meiosis 1? A. Nuclear envelope reappear. B. Chromosome align in the middle of the cell. Crossing over and tetrads. Cleavage furrow constrict the cell. 2 daughter cells are produced. Just use your answer. Okay, in the meiosis 1, prophase 1, there will be tetrads and crossing over. Okay, so very important process that will increase the diversity of human or reproduction. Okay, so this is one tetrad, this is another tetrad, and you see there is a crossing over between the non-sister chromatids from the 2 homologous chromosomes. What is tetrad? 2 homologous chromosomes each comprise of 2 sister chromatids. 2 homologous chromosomes each comprise of 2 non-sister chromatids. 4 homologous chromosomes each comprise 2 sister chromatids. 4 homologous chromosomes each comprise of 2 non-sister chromatids. 2 homologous chromosomes each comprise of 4 sister chromatids. Choose your answer. The answer will be 2 homologous chromosomes each comprise of 2 sister chromatids. Okay, so this is one chromosome that has 2 sister chromatids. This is another one chromosome that has 2 sister chromatids. When they combine together, is making the tetrads. Okay, so tetrad consists of 2 homologous chromosomes that each carry 2 sister chromatids. So the picture number 1 and 2 below shows which stage of meiosis. Prophase 1 and 2, metaphase 1 and 2, anaphase 1 and 2, telophase 1 and 2, and in our interface. Choose your answer. Yeah, picture number 1 will be anaphase during anaphase 1. And then picture number 2 will be during anaphase 2. You see the difference in the anaphase 2, the chromosome is really divided and then pull into each side of the cell. Picture number 1, the chromosome is not divided yet, but they will be pulled into each opposite side of the cell. In the picture 1 and 2 below, show which type of ploidy of chromosome. Haploid, haploid, haploid and diploid, diploid and diploid, or diploid and haploid. Choose your answer. Okay, in the picture number 1, this is anaphase 1. The chromosome still diploid, like the parent cell. And then when it is anaphase 2, the chromosome start to be haploid. So each cell then will carry half of the chromosome. Which of the following disorders is a trisomy or trisomy of autosome? Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, or Klinefelter syndrome? Choose your answer. Yeah, the answer is Down syndrome because this trisomy is present in chromosome number 21. So it is autosome, not sexual chromosome. So Down syndrome. If you see this karyotype, so in chromosome number 21, it has 3. It has 3 chromosomes. It's supposed to be only 2, one pair, but it has 3. Therefore, it's called a trisomy, and it is in the autosome, not chromosome, not the sexual chromosome. So this is the trisomy of autosome. Which of the following disorder is a monosomy? Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be Turner syndrome because Turner syndrome actually lost 1 chromosome, so become the pair will only have 1 chromosome, mono. So it's called a monosomy. Okay, if you see this karyotype of Turner syndrome, the sexual chromosome is only 1X. Right? So this is a Turner syndrome, only 45 chromosomes. with only one X chromosome. Number 131. Which of the following disorder is a trisomy of sex chromosome? Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, or Klinefelter syndrome? Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be Klinefelter syndrome because this individual will have 47 with extra X chromosome. So the sex chromosome has 3. So 3 chromosome, X, X, and Y. So therefore it's called the 3 or trisomy. So there are 2 X, 1 Y. It should be only 2, okay, because 1 pair, but there is extra over here. Which of the following is phenotype? AABB, 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 or widow pig? Choose your answer. Yes, it's going to be widow pigs because phenotype means observable characteristic of individual or condition that we can observe. It's going to be the widow pig. Which of following is a genotype? Freckles, skin color, hair color, A, B, B, or widow pigs? Widow pigs. What is the answer? The answer is AABB. So remember, genotype usually using symbol. So that symbol is actually telling us the alleles, and the correct answer for this will be D, that gives the symbol of the gene or the genotype. Number 134. An allele that masks the expression of another allele is called recessive, dominant, monogenic, polygenic, or heterogenic. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be dominant allele. So dominant allele will mask the expression of the recessive allele. During meiosis, each pair of alleles sort independently of the other pair of the allele. This statement is correspond to Mendel's first law, Mendel's second laws, first law of thermodynamics, second law of the thermodynamics, or Newton laws. Choose your answer. This is the second law of Mendel's. Remember, the first law is law of segregation. So the allele will separate. And then the second law, when it is separate, it will sort. It will combine with another alleles independently. So this is the independent assortment. 136. What are possible gametes produced by an individual with the following genotype? A capital letter, A lowercase, B capital letter, and B lowercase. Choose your answer. AB, AB. B is AB capital letter, A lowercase b, and lowercase a with B capital letter. C is AB capital letter both, A capital letter, B lowercase, A lowercase b capital letter, or both lowercase. D, A capital letter and lowercase, or B capital letter, B lowercase, A capital letter, B lowercase, A lowercase b capital letter. So choose your answer. A. The answer should be, remember, A capital letter, it will segregate with the other A, and it will sort or combine independently with the B capital letter. That's gonna be the first gamete. The second one is gonna be A capital letter will be combined with the B lowercase. Okay. The third one will be A lowercase combined with the B capital letter, and the last one will be A lowercase with the B lowercase. So it's gonna be four type of gametes that actually different. Okay. So this is the independent assortments of 4 alleles from this genotype. Number 137. What possible gamete produced by an individual with the following genotype? Both A capital letter and B lowercase. Look at the choices and choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be only one type, okay, which is because both A is capital letter, so there will be, you can only use one, and then both B is lowercase, so you can just take one and combine with A, is become AB, okay, A capital letter, B lowercase. That's the only type of gametes produced by this genotype. Okay, number 138. Amy has widow pigs, which is dominant allele, and freckles, which is dominant allele. Her father has widow pigs and freckles, but her mom has straight hairline and no freckles. Question is, what is her mom's genotype? Okay, choose your answer from the choice. Yes, it's gonna be easy because the widow pigs is dominant, so straight hairline will be recessive, will be gonna be 2 lowercase of W. And then freckles is dominant, so no freckles will be 2 lowercase of F. So the mother's genotype will be WWFF with all lowercase. 139. Amy has widow pigs, which is dominant allele, and freckles, which is dominant allele. Her father has widow pigs and freckles, but her mom has straight hairline and no freckles. So what is Amy's genotypes? Choose your answer from the choice. Yes. So because the mother is having straight hairline and no freckles, so it means carry all the lowercase. Then Amy will get the dominant alleles, okay, the capital letter, the uppercase from the father. Okay, so Amy's genotype will be, one of them is capital letter, so W capital letter, W lowercase. So the capital letter coming from the father, the lowercase coming from the mother. And then the F, the freckles, the dominant coming from her father, and the lowercase, no freckles coming from her mother. So when they combine like this, heterozygous, then the dominants will show up, which is widow pigs and freckle. So this is gonna be Amy's genotype. Okay, so remember to use the Punnett square. So father, all uppercase. It's going to be only one type of gamete, both W and F uppercase. So put on the top over here. And then the mother, because all lowercase, so only one type of gamete will be produced. Okay, both W and F with lowercase. So when this combine, father gamete, which is the sperm, with the mother gamete, which is the egg, then it will give Amy genotype, which is W uppercase with W lowercase, and it gives the widow pigs, and then F uppercase with F lowercase, and it will give Amy the freckle skin. Number 140. Skin color and head height are coded by multiple genes. So these traits are known as A, codominance, B, polygenic inheritance, C, incomplete dominance, D, pleiotropy. Yes, the answer will be polygenic inheritance. So many genes that causing these traits. 141. A couple has 3 children who have wavy hair. One parent has curly hair while the other has straight hair. This is an example of A. Codominance, polygenic inheritance, incomplete dominant, or pleiotropy. The answer is codominant. Incomplete dominant. So if it is incomplete dominance, then the result will be between the two characters. So straight and curly, that's two opposite characters. And because incomplete dominance, the result will be wavy hair. Okay? So another example, if we combine red and white, then the middle color will be pink. Okay, so the red is not dominant over the white, therefore give the middle characteristic. That's what we call the incomplete dominant. Red rose and white rose produce pink rose. This is an example of codominant, polygenic, incomplete, or pleiotropy. Choose your answer. Yes, I just explained this. So this is another example of incomplete dominance. 143. A white cow and black cow produce a cow with black and white patches. This is an example of codominant, polygenic, incomplete, or pleiotropy. Choose your answer. This one is codominance. Okay, so codominance, which is both character will show up. Okay, remember incomplete will give you the middle characteristic. Black and white will give the gray color. So that's incomplete. But in this example, in this case, the white and black actually produce white and black patches. So this is codominance. 144. A couple has 3 children, 2 of which have dark color hair like their parents, and the last one has blondie hair. What can we tell about this inheritance? Dark hair color is dominant, blondie hair color is recessive, dark hair and blondie hair is codominant, dark hair and blondie hair is incomplete dominant. A and B are correct. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be A and B correct. So black is actually dominant against the blondie hair. Okay, so because the parents both are black hair, then most of the children will be black hair, but there are one possibility of children have the blondie hair. And this blondie hair is actually carry all recessive alleles. 145. A couple has 3 children, 2 of which have dark hair like parents, and the last one has blondie hair. Dark hair color is dominant, so we put uppercase D over blondie hair, which is the recessive, which is lowercase d. What can we tell about the parents? Choose your answer. Yes, the parents will be heterozygous because only heterozygous parents can produce children with recessive, homozygous recessive. Okay. 146. In monohybrid cross, where both parents are heterozygous, the expected phenotypic ratio will be 1:1, 2:1, 3:1, 4:1, or 5:1. Choose your answer. Yes, it's gonna be 3:1. Okay, 3 dominance characters and 1 recessive trait or characters. Okay, if you see this one, the plant that has purple color is dominant against white color. When the heterozygous mate or cross one another, then 3 of them will be dominant characters with the purple color, and the other one will be recessive character, which is white color, 3 to the 1. In the monohybrid cross, where both parents are heterozygous, the expected genotypic ratio will be 1:1:2, 2:1:1, 1:1, 3:1:1, or 1 or 2:1:2. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer will be 1:1. 1 homozygous dominant, 2 heterozygous, and 1 homozygous recessive. And again, look at this picture. 1 homozygous dominant, all uppercase letter. 2 of them will be heterozygous, which is 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase. And the last one is going to be homozygous recessive, both lowercase letters. 148. In the dihybrid cross, where both parents are heterozygous, the expected phenotypic ratio will be 15:1, 10:3:3, 9:3:3:1, 8:8, 4:4:4:4. Choose your answer. Okay, so the answer, okay, the phenotype ratio will be 9:3:3:1. 9 with all dominant characteristic. 3, 1 dominant characteristic with the other recessive, and the other 3 is 1 recessive with other dominant, and the last one, only 1 that will show both recessive characteristic. Okay, if you see over here, using color and the shape of the seed. So yellow is dominant against red, and the round seed is dominant against wrinkle. So you see over here, 9 of them will be round yellow seed, and 3 of them will be red with round, and the other 3 will be yellow but wrinkle, and the last one, only 1 will be red and wrinkle seed. 149. Could a man with a blood type with A blood type and a woman with B blood type have children with O blood type? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Okay, they could, because if both parents actually heterozygous, like a parent, A blood type is actually AO and B blood type is BO, then they have the possibility to get a child with OO, which is O blood type. 150. Which of the following diseases are autosomal recessive disorder? Color blindness, hemophilia, Huntington disease, sickle cell disease. A and B correct answer. Choose your answer. A, D is the answer. Sickle cell disease is autosomal and also it is recessive. Other example for the recessive disorder on the autosome are albino, cystic fibrosis, and alkaptonuria. 151. Which of the following disease are autosomal dominant disorder? Color blindness, hemophilia, Huntington disease, sickle cells. A and B are correct. Choose your answer. Yes, the answer is Huntington disease. This is dominant autosomal disorder. And the other example is polycystic kidney disease or PKD. Which of the following disease are sex-linked recessive disorder? Color blindness, hemophilia, Huntington disease, sickle cell disease, or A and B are correct. Yes, the answer will be color blindness and hemophilia, which is A and B are correct. So they are sex-linked recessive disorder. Yeah, I think that's all for this exercise. Good luck with your midterm exam. Goodbye now.